everyone, it's Riley, and today I figured I'd make a little storytime video on a story that some of you have probably heard, but maybe some of you haven't. So this past summer, I did the most crazy, amazing thing that I never thought would happen. I went to a Comic Con and met Tom Holland. So as I'm sure most of you know, Tom Holland plays Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I am a huge Spider-Man fan. He's definitely one of my favorite characters. I've read so many Spider-Man comics. I was just so excited when I found out that he was coming to this Comic-Con. My friend FaceTimed me, my friend Lily, and she just screamed into the phone. And I was like, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" And she's like, "Oh my gosh, Tom Holland is going to be at a Comic-Con that's near us." So, of course, I'm freaking out. She's freaking out. We're running around the house. She's running around her house screaming. I'm running around my house. I run to where my mom is, and I was like, "Tom Holland is going to be at this Comic-Con. We have to go. We have to go." So, some time goes by. Me and Lily and my other friend Kalina, we all were just planning this for like a month. We're like, we're going to go meet Tom Holland. We would nonstop talk about it. It was just the most exciting thing for us. So to prepare for this Comic-Con, I bought a Spider-Man Far From Home suit, and Kalina got a Miles Morales suit. Lily had like a Spider-Man t-shirt, and my sister was Spider-Gwen. So we were all like full out, ready, dressed up, so excited for this thing. We all got tickets, we all got photo ops. So Lily went separately for a photo op. Me and Kalina and Zoe got a photo op. Zoe's my sister. And we were like, I cannot believe this is actually happening. So first off, we had to get up early and go to the panel because we did not want to miss that. So interesting time for this to happen. This was right around the time when all the drama went down about Spider-Man possibly leaving the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that was a little like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. Like, hope he doesn't cancel, because this is like not a good time for a Comic-Con when all this drama is happening. But nothing canceled. It still went on. They tried to kind of avoid that during the panel. I was hoping that they'd talk about it so I could, have a little bit more information, because everyone was trying to figure out this whole thing at the time. They kind of tried to avoid that, but they, of course, talked about the other Spider-Man movies. They talked about Far From Home. They started talking about Spider-Man 3. They started talking about how it's going to be, how there could be some new stuff happening, what it's going to look like if they do the movie with Sony, and they kind of started talking about this, like how he had an idea and they pitched the idea, but at the time no one knew what was going on, and it seemed like it was almost confirming Spider-Man 3 was going to go on with Sony. Of course, after this all happened, everything got cleared up. Spider-Man's back in the MCU, so that's all good. So this panel, the whole time we were freaking out, we were like clapping super loud for every single word he said, because it's Tom Holland. And yeah, he went on to talk about all these different movies and everything. There were so many fun stories. It was such a great experience to be at that panel. So this was all four of us. We'd never been to a Comic-Con before, so it was just such a great experience. And yeah, from the moment we got there, it was the first thing of the day, the Tom Holland panel, and it was just so great. At some point during the panel, we all just decided to scream, "We love you, Tom!" And then he said, "Love you guys too." And of course we were completely freaking out, like fangirling the entire rest of the panel after that. So yeah, that was just a crazy experience. So the panel was amazing. It got us so excited about like future movies, the future of Spider-Man, everything like that. We were just talking about it for so long that day. There were so many moments we kept bringing up, and it was so great to be there. But of course, after that, we started to get even more excited because we knew we had a photo op coming. So we're getting ready for this photo op. We're walking around trying to find something to eat quick because our photo op was at 12:10. So if you've ever been to a Comic-Con, or if you've ever watched a video like this, you probably know that photo ops run late. They basically always do. Like, you want to be there at your time slot or earlier if that's allowed. Usually they say you can come about 15 minutes early, and then they'll tell you when you can get in line. So you usually get there about that time, and then it takes way longer. I forget how long we had to wait, but we had to wait a long time, so the excitement was just building up. And we're like squealing, talking about all these different things, like, oh my gosh, can't believe this just happened, can't believe we're about to go meet Tom Holland. So we're in line, waiting for this photo op. we're getting towards the front, we're getting ready, talking about what pose we're going to do and everything. I brought this little, like, crocheted Spider-Man doll I made. I was going to give him. There was just, like, a little note on him, and I was just so excited. And we're going through this line. We get to the front, and we can see Tom Holland. He's taking photos with people. It's, like, between photos. We're, like, waving. You can just see an outline of him through the curtain, and he saw us and waved back, and we were like, oh my gosh. Yeah, just best day ever, like, the entire day through. So we finally get to the front. We're going in, and we can actually, like, see him now, not just through the curtain. And we're getting ready for our photo. We're like, okay, make sure my hair looks good. Like, we're actually about to get a picture taken with Tom Holland. So me, Kalina, and Zoe went first. We walk into the room. My mom's kind of waiting out. My mom and my dad are both waiting in, like, a little area past the room. There's kind of a hallway that goes around this way through the curtains, and then there's a little room here where you go out this way. So all the bags and stuff, you have to keep everything that you're not having in the photo in the other room, and there are, of course, strict rules about, like weapons and stuff, like prop weapons. They have to check them, and it has to be, like, completely very well checked to be in the photo. So of course the little Spider-Man doll was okay, like, it's crocheted and everything, so I wanted to have that in the picture so I could give it to him. So yeah, we got ready for our photo. We walk in, and he's like, oh, hello, and everything, and we were so excited we could, like, barely speak. But we go up, and we all hug him, and we get ready for our photo. We told him how we wanted to pose. We all did, like, the Spider-Man pose, like, Spider-Man hands, and I think my sister held the doll, and then we gave it to him afterwards, and he was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome, and again, freaking out. So we leave the room. We wait outside when Lily was taking her photo. She has her, she made a drawing for him, and she showed it to him, and he loved it, and it was so cool. Like, he totally thought everything that we were giving him was awesome, and he was just so sweet in person. Like, of course, we figured that was going to happen because he's Tom Holland, and he's like the sweetest person ever. So Lily was taking her photo. She gave him a picture she drew of him as Spider-Man. I think she had a couple pictures, and he loved them. He loved everything that we gave him, and it was so cool. Like, he was such a sweet person. Yeah, he, like, hugged all of us. It was Kalina's birthday that day, and he said happy birthday to her, so that was really cool too. And yeah, Lily took her picture. We come out of the room, we go get our stuff, and we are just all so happy the entire rest of the day. Like, this day was a complete success. We were all so excited, and it was amazing. We walked around, we looked at some of the different art. There were so many amazing cosplayers at this convention. It was incredible. Like, everyone clearly has such a passion for this, and it was so great to be with all these people. I took a lot of different pictures. There were different versions of Spider-Man villains like Mysterio and Doc Ock. There were different Marvel characters like Nick Fury, Mantis, Loki, Thor, Black Widow, and just so many amazing characters. It's like all these characters come to life. Like, these people bring the characters to life, and it's so amazing to be around all of them. And there's, of course, lots of different merch. There's pop figures everywhere. There's the food area, the gaming area. They had, like, a wrestling arena and artist alley where they had amazing artists and comic book creators. Throughout the day, we kept talking about everything that happened, like, just the whole reason we went there. I mean, meeting Tom Holland in the first place, and I had always wanted to go to a Comic-Con. The whole day, we just talked about everything that we were seeing. We were so amazed by everything there, and especially just the fact that we met Tom Holland in the first place, which I never thought would happen. And I want to go to another Comic-Con so bad. I'm definitely looking forward to next summer. All of these Comic-Cons that I see now, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go to all of them. There are so many different Comic-Cons, and we were only at one. So if you haven't been to a Comic-Con before, I strongly suggest go to a Comic-Con, check it out, see what all of this is about. It's crazy, and it's an incredible experience you will not want to miss. Do it again. Hey guys! Hey guys! We are at the Keystone Comic Con, and we are about to go to the Tom Holland panel. So we're in line right now. It's a very long line, and the line is just starting to move. So we're going to go meet Tom Holland later today. We have a photo op with
I'm so excited.
Tom Holland. And right now it's the panel. Got our little tag. There's a lot of people, so hopefully we get in. Tom flipping Holland. But yeah, we can't videotape during the panel, but I'm going to show you as much. Tom Holland, Tom Holland, Tom Holland. Guys, we're so close to the We just got back from the panel. Yeah, the panel just ended. We shouted, "We love you, Tom!" And he said, "I love you, Tom." He said, "Happy birthday to me." Oh my God, we just met Tom Holland. I just met Tom Holland. Okay.
Before and after, I like it. Nice, yeah.